Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Near Protocol. And overall, you need to remember, we are still looking very much bullish. Why? Because I do believe that off of the low slope, there's actually a good argument to be made for Near to be on its way to complete a 1, 2, 3, probably at the moment correction for 4. And what is going to happen after our correction is over? You know the answer. Another good move up into wave 5, which a likely target for it is going to be reaching to about this important cluster of resistance areas between 3.4 to about $3.6. So overall, right now at least, I am very much bullish as long as I'm not proven otherwise. Now, what is happening in like very short term? Also in that area, I think we might be bullish. Here is why. So if you remember, the last time that we talked about here, we were right around these areas, and the idea was that this move on the upside can be in form of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure. And sure, maybe this is going to continue a little bit, but what happens after a 5 wave up? We are going to have, even according to the most bullish count, a move on the downside. However, I think we said this also in the previous update, the move down itself that we are going to get is not really that important. What really matters is the shape of that move. Why? Because if we are truly bullish and the low is already in, then okay, we are naturally going to have a very slow and choppy move down, which is what? Yep, you guessed it right. One very important characteristic of a correction structure. And at that point, you can say on a higher degree, we are having 5 up into 1 correction for wave 2. And what's next? Yep, big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Question is, are we at the moment following this scenario? In my view, the answer is yes. Now, before we talk about this area, let's go around here. Okay, I'm thinking we are probably having in like very short term an ABC zigzag, and in terms of the subwaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a correction for wave B, maybe ABC, maybe WXY, and yet another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into C. Now, based on that, in my view, we are most likely having in here like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by that. This is probably going to be an A, B, C zigzag to about this point, which will sort of kind of get confirmed the moment that we get a move down, and in it we take this important slow down here about $2.44. Now, by the time that this video goes out, you may already have seen this move. So if this happens, then okay, at that point you should probably count on some more downward price action, maybe like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to take this low about $2.38, but I think we may go like a bit lower than that. What really matters is this: if you want to be bullish and you want to call this point your final low under any kind of circumstances, you don't want to see a very strong and sharp move on the downside. I mean, sure, you want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but again, not really that much of a strong move in order to have the sub waves for an ABC zigzag. And well, what do you have? Yep, 5 up into 1 correction for wave 2, followed by hopefully a massive move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So in the next, I'm gonna say 24 to about 48 hours, please count on another move down in your protocol. So in case it happens, you're not going to be really surprised at all. Now, what is going on in terms of indicators? Let's zoom in more and see what is happening. Okay, as you can see, in weekly time frame, we are having a buy signal in MACD, which is a great sign, suggesting maybe the trend has changed. On the other hand, in stock RSI, we are having a sell signal, but at the moment, at least, this isn't confirmed yet. Why? Because if you want to say that this signal is confirmed, you need to wait until the end of the week, until the current weekly candle closes. And at that point, you know what? Fair enough. If we still have this thing, it will be sort of kind of a bearish sign, suggesting, who knows, maybe we are going to have something like this, yet another move down in order to have a retest of this level. And if we at that point get a break of this thing as well, okay, that's not going to be really a good sign for us. And you know what, let's not talk about those types of scenarios as long as we are not seeing some very strong bearish signs. So the general thing in weekly charts, because of MACD, in my view, is bullish. What about daily time frame? Okay, we are having this time a sell signal in MACD, but a buy signal in a stock RSI. So what's the play in here if we want to go 100% according to indicators? I think you are now getting basically mixed signals, and you need to just basically wait a little bit more and see either buy or maybe sell signals in these two indicators at the same time. If you want to be bullish, then okay, buy signals in these two indicators would probably do it for you and cause a decent move on the upside. And if in that phase we especially manage to take this important high, about let's say $3, it will be like an extremely bullish sign. Why? Because at that point, finding a 5-wave in this space is going to be very much challenging to a degree that is not really going to be anybody's primary case, further confirming this is correction structure overall into this wave 4, and our move up is going to continue for quite a bit. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Near Protocol. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.